What's going on, guys? Aaron here on Easy Street, professional driver, amateur human. So, there's a lot of myths about truck drivers, and I'm here to help debunk some of them. That's all coming up right after the intro. So, let's get into some of these myths here. First couple are going to be about health and lifestyle. And the first one, all truck drivers are overweight and unhealthy. Many are, but there's actually quite a few people that can maintain fitness, healthy eating habits, and so much more despite the challenges, despite the long hours and the fact that there are so many more unhealthy options than there are healthy options. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all are. I mean, you can look all around YouTube and you can see truck drivers that are in good shape, that are healthy. I do not fall into that category. I mean, I've got some extra weight that I'm still trying to work on shedding. Um, but yeah, there are ways to do it. You can get a gym membership. Some company terminals even have gyms. So make sure you're making the most of what you can on the road. And I need to take my own advice. I can see it. Myth number 2, truck drivers are all lonely and depressed. And sure, some do struggle, but many of us love the independence, and we can build strong communities out here that encourage each other, that uplift each other, that are, it's they say it's a brotherhood, brotherhood, sisterhood. It is so easy to find people to help encourage you and to help you get stronger in your industry, as well as um, um, mentally. Sorry. Um, we're going to have some here about money. Number 3, truck drivers make tons of money. Now, the pay does vary wildly. New drivers can struggle. Um, especially new drivers who aren't yet sure how to run their clocks, how to maximize their um, their ability to run while keeping downtime down. Especially first year drivers, it's probably the lowest amount of money you'll make. I mean, I think my first year I made like $30,000. Not great, but um, it gets easier as you progress for owner operators or lease operators or anything like that. Fuel, maintenance, wear and tear, it can eat into your profits. It can actually, keep you from making a lot of money. Myth number 4, owner operators are always rich. Sure, many are. That's how you get more trucks and bigger companies. But it's risky. Some owner operators can go broke from unexpected repairs, slow slow periods. uh they don't necessarily think about it during the highs, but then the low periods they struggle. um some about intelligence. Number 5, you need to be uneducated, or you're uneducated if you're a truck driver. That's 100% false. There are many drivers out here who are smart, educated, strategic about their careers. Um, my wife, for example, she drove truck for a little while with me, and she has a master's degree. I've seen people out here with doctorate degrees. It's it's there. there are so many different types of people out here, which goes into number 6. All truck drivers are the same type of person. Absolutely wrong. Just within a company, not even driver or not even carrier to carrier, there's a huge diversity in backgrounds, motivations, lifestyles. You might get people who came from the street. You might get people who got laid off. You might get people who've only worked white collar jobs. You might have people that have only worked in factories. You might have had people that aren't, like I said before, not educated at all, doctorate degrees. There are so much diversity um, within the trucking industry. It's it's probably the most diverse industry that I've seen. As far as behavior, number 7, that truck drivers are all reckless and dangerous. Most of us, I wish I could say all of us, but most of us are very safety conscious and, actually take pride in being safe. Myself, I have over 1 million miles, no accidents, no tickets, no unclean inspections. That's something I'm proud of. And, you know, actually, statistics show that passenger vehicle drivers cause more accidents than semi truck drivers. You just hear about us because obviously our insurance policies are a lot more, and getting hit by a truck does a lot more damage than getting hit by a car. Number, I think, 8, truck drivers are antisocial and mean. This goes back to before. A lot of us are friendly and community oriented. Um, we'll help each other out. We will do for others. We will pay attention and take time to stop and help another driver. You'll see drivers out in the parking lots just helping another driver back in, no matter how new or experienced they are. Number 9 is about the job. That trucking is dying or being replaced by self driving. There's still a massive, massive demand for truck drivers. Full AI replacement, probably decades away. Even if there are more and more self driving trucks, there's going to need to be a driver in there that can take over should anything happen. Um, I've never worked for a company that has self driving trucks, but I would assume you'd have to be alert. You can't just sit in the bunk. You've got to be alert, possibly even in the seat, ready to take over if something fails. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Sure, they're making it easier on us, but we're still going to be needed. Number 10, you're always gone, never home. For a lot of truck drivers, that might be true, but it really depends on the route. You can get regional routes, dedicated routes, local routes. Some drivers are really home regularly, nightly, weekly. Um, so that one really only pertains to long haul drivers, or especially single drivers who don't really have any reason to go home except, once or twice a year for some holidays or, family events. Um, Number 11 is the perception. Perception, or what something about perception, that truck drivers are always looked down on. Now, that might be true from an overall society standpoint. Society often undervalues the job despite depending on it completely. Everything that you have came to you on a truck. Whether it is the phone or TV or console or whatever you're watching this on, that came on a truck. Your car came on a truck. I mean, unless you live at the factory, everything came to you in some way or another on a truck. If it was flown in from overseas, it still got from the port or the airport or, anything like that to you on a truck. Do you think Grand Island, Nebraska, you can get stuff there on a boat? and even if it came via train, well, it's still got to get from that port to the Walmart, Costco, whatever you shop at. It's still got to get from from there to the store. That all happens on a truck. So, yes, very undervalued, but but necessary, and something you depend on. Um, I talked a couple videos ago about your mental health. One of the misperceptions is that you're stuck in a truck alone all day thinking dark thoughts. But many people will find it meditative, peaceful. Um, some do find it lonely, but you can use podcasts, audio books, music. All of that kind of stuff helps while you're driving down the road. So just take all of this to heart, and know that these, even before I started driving a truck, I probably thought a lot of these thoughts. Thankfully, I don't remember them, but or I don't remember having these thoughts. And there are some that I need to work on myself. As long as you're still learning and working on yourself every day, that's what matters. So everybody, just remember to look past the junk in life, because everything is beautiful. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe out there. Have a great day.